Good afternoon, everyone. Kevin Lipton coming at you again from the Lipton Legal Group. I am the managing partner here at our firm. And we are again trying to install this new live feed, live talking with people I know on Facebook, people that have questions, people that want greater clarity on what's going on in the world of law, sports, entertainment. There's so many things that come across our news feed where they have these legal jargon and we don't really know what's going on. So today, as I talked about earlier, we'll be talking about the New York Jets and their famed cornerback Darelle Revis, aka Revis Island, and how on February 17th he was charged after another altercation in Pittsburgh. Revis was charged with a number of felonies, including assault, robbery, and aggravated assault. Now, those seem like some really nasty words, but really, I have a question on what's going on with New York football players, throwing it out to the great Plexico Burress, who so nonchalantly shot himself in the leg with a gun in a New York nightclub when handguns are illegal in the state of New York. And more importantly, what's going on in Pittsburgh? Big Ben had his problems, now Revis. I mean, it seems like these players are just asking for trouble. Which brings me to my first big point. Apparently from the report, it says that the incident occurred at 2:43 a.m. on a Sunday. Now please, tell me people, what in the world happens positively at 2:43 a.m. on a Sunday? People have work, people have things to do. If you're out there, you're asking for trouble. And it bewilders me why the NFL, why teams, why even college sport teams that have these issues with their players don't take a more proactive approach to making sure their players are in positive situations which ultimately lead to positive outcomes. Now I'm going to talk to you about what Revis was ultimately charged with so we have a better understanding. The first big word that pops out at anyone is assault. Now the thing people don't understand about assault is it has a context in both criminal law as well as civil law. Criminal law is what you go to jail for and get in trouble with. Civil law is how you make that money. Now, assault in criminal is basically means that there was an imminent contact to someone's body. Someone was about to be hit, someone was about to be kicked, locked up, whatever it may be. There's even situations where you can have an assault when someone's inside of a car because someone hits on the window and you think you're about to get injured. Now, on the flip side, the tort law has a much more lax standard, as you'd imagine, because money is far less important than your livelihood, being thrown away in jail, having a criminal thing on your record. Whereas there's an imminent contact to one's body, an actual fear of being touched for criminal law. On assault for tort law or civil law is reasonable apprehension of harm or fear. Now, it doesn't mean that you think you're going to get hit, but if there is a reasonable reason you think that something bad's going to happen to you or you might get hit, bingo, Yahtzee, you can sue after the fact in civil court. The other thing that really popped out at me is he was charged with robbery. Now, robbery is a term you hear all the time, people robbing liquor stores, people robbing houses, but really robbery is just aggravated theft. Aggravated theft means you are trying to steal something with the threat or use of harm, whether it's a weapon or something else. And that really pops up again with the concept of aggravated assault. He apparently went after someone. There might have been weapons involved, but there was clearly more than just trying to take something. In this particular situation, harm or violence was threatened. And that's really the biggest problem here. From what I read in my notes, this all became an issue when a man crossed the street, recognized Revis, took out his silly little cell phone, and wanted to record people. You know, I'm not telling you right now that Mr. Revis was appropriate in his situation, but let's think about over the years how many times celebrities have been stalked by the media and ultimately led to their downfall. I mean, recently I have a friend who settled a massive case against the great Kanye for breaking a paparazzi's camera. But again, what about Princess Diana? she gave her life to the media. Now, the media is a great thing. It gives transparency and gives information to the world. But, it's going to come a point where we have to have new standards. Our Constitution was written before this whole advent of technology and cell phones at every corner and this or that. And, the cell phones are great, particularly as we saw with police contacts. There has to be greater accountability, because nowadays you can pull out that cell phone, and if someone's doing something wrong, you're going to put that up on the web, and there's going to be great feedback on that. Now, on the opposite of that, you're going to have people having privacy issues. I'm not saying you don't put yourself into that situation by choosing to be a star or be famous, but, there's got to be some level of respect for people out there with their time, their space. Taking a picture from afar is cool, I guess, but, too often people and the paparazzi go out there and follow people. They stick a phone in your face, and it's quite concerning for me as I grow older in this age. Now, again, we're not saying this is proper reason for him to go out there and threaten to use force or create reasonable apprehension, but we need to come up with a better balance between respecting people's rights and respecting the First Amendment of the Constitution. Well, guys, I hope you have a better understanding of what assault is today, what robbery is, how adding aggravation can rise something to a harsher crime, and what a basic difference is between criminal law and civil law, and how civil law, because it's monetarily based, is going to be a looser standard than when you talk about criminal law and someone's livelihood. The Mike Williams situation is another good point. Thank you for bringing it up, Mr. Wolf. I really, again, hope to continue doing this. I'm starting to get a great positive feedback from people that watch, and I really would like people to, send in ideas of stories they want. If there's a particular lawsuit going on, perhaps I can shed some light on what the process is, what the protocol is, and how we can better understand what's going on. It's a very complicated world out there, and too often lawyers and legal writing is done simply to confuse people, and that's a sad thing. It needs to have greater transparency, greater understanding, and if people could understand what's going on more, perhaps they'll live by the letter of the law more. Again, thank you for tuning in, guys. I look forward to continue these podcasts, and again, throw out some suggestions. I'll be back soon. Have a great day, everyone.